Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we are back in the Amagi and we're running Takeo Takagi with Andrew Cunningham, Paolo de Rebel as our inspirations. Flammable Cannoneer, gyrating drill bits, marksmanship, reaching out XXL, fight fire with fire. Our equipment, we're running aiming systems mod 1, steering gears mod 2, concealment system mod, and main battery mod 3. We are also fully upgraded, so as you'd expect. But with all of that being said, let's get to the gameplay. Alrighty, so we are going to be on Shattered, and we are in the Amagi. Now, I got to give a shout out to the Summers on the team. He apparently watches the channel and also has a channel. So I'll leave a link to his channel down in the comments section if you guys want to stop by and check out his live streams. But other than that, we're going to be in a prime example. Also, shout out to Sniper God on the enemy team on the SE43 clan tag. But anyway, we're gonna showcase exactly why it is so important to try to hold or win your side. Now, you got to do it smart. You can't just YOLO in and die 30 seconds into the match and be like, well, I tried to win my flank. I ran into everybody. Okay? There's a difference, right? And we all do it. We've all been caught multiple times. Can't say that you haven't. There's nobody that is playing this game right now that hasn't died at least once. Okay? I'm confident. Unless, of course, they just started, in which case, fair enough. But anybody who's been playing the game for any amount of time has died. We all do. It's one of those things that we all have in common. But no, we're going to push up on the left flank, and we're going to see what the enemy is doing, and then we're going to take advantage of our flank. One of the most important aspects of this game is using the minimap. And I talk about this all the time, because a lot of people seem to forget that it exists. Get used to looking at the minimap. Now, when I switch over to doing the PC version of Legends, which, by the way, whenever it comes out, that's what's probably going to happen. Just because, why play it on console when I have a PC fully capable of playing it at 60 frames a second instead of having to duplicate frames? Anyway, you guys don't understand that. This Indianapolis, real lucky he decided to go a little faster there. He just barely speeds up enough to get out of the way of that. That was death for him. But we're going to try to go out here. We're going to try to win our side. Now, right off the bat, you see that the Indy was over there in the middle. Okay, he's not coming this direction, but he's hanging down in the middle of the map. We also have the Tashkent here. Tashkent runs away. Our Moss was spotting him, but also the Baltimore was there with his radar running. I don't know if the Balti spotted him first. Either way, the Flaunder has decided he wants to do what a lot of people do, which is just YOLO straight in. Alright, you can't do this. It doesn't matter what ship you're in, it's going to end poorly most of the time. Now, I do it in Schlieffen occasionally, and it doesn't work every time in Schlieffen. As prolific as that ship is as a YOLO rusher, it still does not work all the time. So it's not a good strategy most of the time to just YOLO straight ahead. And this guy's going to find out why. He's going to get focused by everybody in the lobby. There's nobody else over here to shoot at except him. And he's front and center of everybody. Like, everybody on the map can basically shoot this man. And then he goes broadside to me, and yeah, that's a bad day. That was about as accurate as you're ever going to get. 8 out of 10 shells landing full penetrations. That hurts. That hurts a lot. But he's dead. There's no coming back from this. GG and run, huh? Now, I'm not making fun of his name, but I'm kind of making fun of his name because he's not wrong. GG and run. Like, GG no re. You done. Go back to Port Sunshine. He's going to burn to death. But Indianapolis, I got to give credit where credit is due. This guy at least has some, like, semblance of paying attention to what's going on around him, right? He dodged me once. He just got away with it a second time because he didn't stay lit up long enough, unfortunately. But I don't know what happens to our Moss from here. Like, he's played a pretty good start of the match, putting himself in an aggressive but not stupid position. He's still alive, right? But he's done a good job of spotting for his team. And here we have Sniper over here in the Mogami, and I apologize. I really do. There's not a lot you're going to be able to do in this situation, especially in a Mogami. But if I have to offer any criticism whatsoever, you know I'm coming, right? Like, I was on the... I've been spotted multiple times. I have not changed course. I have been coming straight for you. So staying in reverse here, not the option. You've got to take off and get agile, right? You got to get going forward so that you're faster, and then you got to try to dodge as long as you can. Because he could be a problem for a long time, as you're going to see. Like, his HE is no joke. We take a shot here as we catch him opening up the angle, and I ain't gonna lie, I thought he was dead right here. This looked really good. But unfortunately, in true Spartan fashion, we got to leave him with just enough to continue being a problem. And he's going to shoot me for the first time. And, of course, he gets a fire. And every one of those shells pins. Now, I got a Balti right behind me. And the Balti hasn't been a bad Balti, but he is shooting a lot of HE at a cruiser, which is no bueno. Now, I'm assuming that the reason the Mogami would turn full broadside right there is he's trying to torpedo us, right? So am I going to sit there and wait? Oh, my God. All right, you can't do this. You've gotten away with it twice. I ain't letting you get away with it the third time, Indy. You think you're being clever. You're not. I knew this was coming. He's going to go forward. We already played it, and oh, my God, that looks BEA beautiful. Blam! Down he goes. Our first depth strike of the game. Yeah, that's right. First. There's going to be another. I'll let you guys decide who it's going to be. Start placing your bets down in the comments below. Who's going to get depth struck as we push over towards their cap? Now, the reason I give a shout out to our Summers is he stays and fights on his side for the entire match. He does. He holds that side. The carrier also, shout out to the carrier player for staying, helping the weak side. You don't know how many times carrier players will go to the one side that's completely dominating instead of putting their planes where they are most needed, right? Like, understanding who needs your help as a carrier is a big deal. I'm not a carrier player, you guys know this, but prioritizing targets, prioritizing, oh my God, hello, man, this King George has got something built different, but understanding who needs your help and being able to put yourself in position to be the most useful to those people is a big deal. And the other part of being a carrier that I can't wrap my head around isn't the fact that they sit at the back and it's kind of boring gameplay. It's not that. It's the fact that you have to have a team that's competent enough to not get completely yeeted in the first 5 minutes of the match in order to even stand a chance of having any fun in a carrier at all. And let's be honest, that ain't all that often, right? I mean, even with me in a battleship out here yeeting people, a lot of times my team will just fold before I ever get a chance to actually be all that crazy. And so imagine that, except you're at the back of the map and you got to keep flying, you know, all the way across the map to wherever you're needed, right? That's carrier gameplay. That's why I don't like it. Like, I used to play artillery back in World of Tanks, but it's different, right? You have more of, well, back then, you had more of a direct impact on the match. You didn't necessarily need your team to be all that useful because you could put yourself in a position early that was defensible and you'd be able to take advantage of them much quicker, right? With a 30-second reload, all that stuff. But yeah, with carriers, you got such carrier play is easy to an extent, but it's also incredibly reliant on your team. If your team sucks, you're going to have a bad time in a carrier. No doubt about it. But here we got a Belfast goes full... I say broadside. He's actually bow in. He was going full bow in. I almost said broadside. But unfortunately, we just get the worst salvo on the planet, leaving that man alive. And then the King George still shooting AP. I gotta hand it to him. But he is kind of he's kind of messing with me right now. I ain't gonna lie. I hate being this close to another battleship because I can't maneuver my ship the way I want. That's a Belfast 43. He just smoked up. What do you think he's doing right now? You think he might be sending torpedoes? Hence the reason I slowed down and want to get skinny, but I can't do that because he's right here. Now he slowed down too, but we're kind of we're touching, and I don't like touching another battleship. I don't. But shout out to the Balti for coming back. You may have seen me jump into chat. We're just going to aim high here. We want as many shells to hit this guy as possible, and of course we knock him out with the Citadel. But shout out to the Balti for being able to radar that guy right there. And oh, hello Heinrich. How you doing, sunshine? Boy, you're real arrogant over there. It'd be a shame if something were to happen to you. Ooh, ooh. He's angled slightly, but not enough. This is potential Citadel City here. Good hit, not what we're after. But we're gonna try to see if we can't do better the next time. All right, like you get away with it once, right? Like once I get, and then he just stops. Is this the most arrogant Heinrich that ever existed? I think so. He's challenging the manhood of my Amagi, and Amagi says, "Go f yourself," as we send that man straight to the Shadow Realm. Like, I've always said Amagi is a tale of two ships, and I swear I say that exact line in every single Amagi video. Because it is true. It's fact. This ship is so, like, it is such a troll at times, but my God, when it's hitting, whew, she gonna slap somebody. But we've got 2 dev strikes. We've got 3 kills. We're not done yet, folks. There's still an Amagi around the corner, and I gotta be honest, I don't know what this Amagi's doing. He ran away from us. Smart move. Kind of reconvene with his team a little bit. Try to help him out. Their destroyer is back there hiding next to the carrier for some reason. And we have managed to completely obliterate our side, and all of us made the same decision. There's no reason to stay in the cap here. We're gonna gamble that the enemy is not gonna be able to beat us. But look at this man's Amagi shooting at a Baltimore. If he just loads AP, he dev strikes that Balti straight through the bow. If he gets a good salvo, obviously. Sometimes you're going to get a rough salvo, but seriously, most of the time, if he loads AP and that Balti makes that turn where he is bow into you at this range, it is guaranteed dev strike, right? But I don't know what he's doing. Honestly, I think he just gave up the ghost at this point. I don't know if he's not firing or if he's just trying to kill him with secondaries or what. But we come around the corner, we smack that man getting our Confederate, and now I'm thinking, okay, we can potentially lob the island on the carrier here. Pobeda tries to drop the Balti as well, and somehow misses all the torpedoes. But we're going to try to finish him off here. We got the front guns loaded again, and we're going to swing out to have the rear guns ready to go. We're sniffing the Kraken right now. 158,000 damage. Are we going to get the Kraken? No! We left him with just enough. Come on, Spartan. Fire the guns. Quickly. Mine. Oh, it's looking good. Boop. Yes! We get our Kraken. That's the first Kraken we've had in a while, isn't it? Feels like it anyway. But still, a good old Kraken in the Amagi with Confederate, Kraken, high caliber, double dev strike, top of the leaderboard, 3K base XP, not too shabby. Like I said, I'll leave a link to Summers' channel down in the description if you guys want to check out his live streams. And if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.